Hello, hello, hello. Let me know out there if you can hear me. Write down in the comments section. Let me know if you can hear me. Testing, testing. I'm excited about tonight's show. This is the second live community talk in about 4 to 5 years. Thank you all for your patience. I told you all that I'm going to work my way through this thing. I can no longer wait for things to be perfect. I'm sorry. So I appreciate you all working with me and standing by me with this because I do have a vision and I do see what it can be. So thank you for that. We're live on YouTube because once again, I'm trying to see what's going to work. So we were live on Facebook last week. That went pretty well. That went really nice. And so now we're on YouTube. We may be on TikTok next week. Who knows? I don't know. I just want to try this thing out and see how it's going to go. In the studio right now with me is a beautiful, beautiful poet, Miss Regina Holiday. And we may have some more guests pop in. So I know it's late. The normal show time is 7 p.m. for the month of June and for the month of July. We're going to be going live every Thursday at 7 p.m. unless I say differently, like tonight, because there was something going on. And so I pushed it back a little bit to just make sure that I fulfilled my commitment. And so now we're going live. The show is about 2 hours. You don't have to feel like you have to stay on the entire time. I'll post. I think YouTube usually keeps the live stream up there. I don't even know how that's going to work. I'll get to it when I get to it. But I'll make sure that the video is up, that you can see it. Stay tuned. We got some exciting events to talk about. We finna find out what Pasco Connect has been since last week up until literally tonight. Like I'm literally just getting home maybe about an hour ago. But I worked on the show earlier today. I'm excited. Spoke to a lot of people this week. Traveled all the way to Tampa to WFLA, Tampa Bay to record about what happened tonight. And I'm excited. I'm going to show you all some snippets and I'm going to put out some behind the scenes on our YouTube channel between tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned. Definitely subscribe. Please share the live stream out. Share this video out to your networks so other people can know what's going on and other people can subscribe. So we're getting ready to get started. I'm excited. I do want to tell you a little bit more about Pasco Connect Magazine, the latest issue. So check this out.
Making sure the bills are paid, keeping a roof over your children. What does it mean to be a father? Is it simply providing for your family, making sure the bills are paid, keeping a roof over your children's heads? Those things matter, but fatherhood is about so much more. Children are looking for guidance. They are looking for consistency. They are looking for wisdom. They are looking for someone who will help them navigate life, relationships, challenges, and an increasingly digital world. That's why fathers everywhere should read Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age by author and parenting advocate Christopher Mahan. Christopher Mahan is the latest cover feature of Pasco Connect Magazine, where he shares powerful insights on intentional parenting, leadership, and building stronger relationships with our children. In a time when so many parents are searching for answers, this book provides practical tools that can help fathers become more effective leaders in their homes. Parental leadership encourages parents to move beyond simply managing behavior and instead focusing on leading with purpose, communication, consistency, and vision. A leader listens. A leader teaches. A leader guides. A leader creates an environment where children feel safe, valued, and heard. For fathers raising sons, this book offers strategies for developing responsibility, confidence, character, and leadership skills. For fathers raising daughters, it highlights the importance of trust, communication, support, and helping young women understand their value and worth. One of the most powerful messages in this book is that leadership begins with relationship. When children feel heard, they become more open. When children feel understood, they develop trust. When children experience consistency, they gain confidence and security. Christopher Mahan reminds us that parenting is not simply about correcting mistakes, it's about developing future leaders. Whether you're a father, grandfather, stepfather, mentor, coach, or positive male role model, the lessons in this book can help strengthen your influence and create a lasting impact on the next generation. And if you want to learn more about Christopher Mahan and his parenting philosophy, be sure to pick up the latest issue of Pasco Connect Magazine featuring him on the cover. Purchase a print copy to add to your personal library or download a digital copy to read on the go. Inside, you'll find valuable parenting insights, community news, and inspiration designed to help families thrive. The greatest legacy a father can leave isn't found in what he owns. It's found in what he teaches. It's found in the relationship he builds. It's found in the example he sets every day. Get your copy of Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age by Christopher Mahan. And don't forget to grab the latest issue of Pasco Connect Magazine featuring this inspiring father, leader, and author on the cover. Because fathers don't just raise children, they help shape the future.
The latest issue of Pasco Connect Magazine is out. It's on MadCloud. You can download it and you can also order a printed copy. You can also check out the cover person's book, Parental Leadership, by Christopher Mahan. He was on here last week, giving us a little bit more insight into his book, sharing a little bit more about his podcast, Lead Your Team. And his book came out a couple of years ago. It is very powerful and it is very timely because right now with our young people, we really do need to address some things and put a little bit more attention into them and their future. And so this issue was dedicated to the young people. There's a lot of organizations in the magazine that discuss the ways that they are impacting the youth in a positive way, how they're addressing crisis and things like that. So, and last week, YFA, Youth Family Advocates, joined in as well, and they're in the magazine as well. So, definitely check it out on MadCloud, and definitely you can order Parental Leadership on Amazon. So, you guys, I'm excited about tonight's show. Let me see where we at. Okay, so I'm excited. We getting ready to recap some things that's taken place this past week. Man, it's been busy and it's been hot. Today we was in the extreme heat advisory. Like, oh my gosh, it's been crazy. So there was a few things that took place today. I don't know if you all know this, but Youth and Family Advocates, who I was just speaking about, they held a career fair for case management. So they had a case management job fair that went on today. I don't know if they fulfilled all of the people that the roles that they needed. So you may want to reach out to them if you have, desire to work with the young people and you have some case management experience, or that's something that you feel like you want to get into. You can still reach out to them, Youth and Family Advocates, and talk to them and see if that's something that you would like to do. So tonight, the reason why I'm not even on camera, the reason why the show was a little late is because I was out at Motion on the Square in Newport Richey, and it was nice. It was nice. I enjoyed myself. I really, really did. They host this every other Thursday. So every other Thursday for June and July, Motion on the Square, right in Newport Richey, the railroad. It's a new little area that they've come out with. And so Coach Q with the $1 Million Divas were out there hosting it. And so at 6 o'clock, basically, you can come out and bring the young people under the age of 18. You can bring them out, and she does a hip hop. And so that was cute. I got there early. I have a 10-year-old. I was trying to get him out there. So he did a little something. It was fun. And then at 7 o'clock, the family line dancing starts. So that was really cool. So I got a lot of footage, got some behind the scenes. So I'm going to put that out between tomorrow and Saturday. So check out the um oh, what is this? Oh my word. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I did not see that. Okay, I'm back. I got an alert. But nevertheless, Motion on the Square is free community dance. The Railroad Square, there you go. Downtown Newport Richey, 6239 Grand Boulevard. Um, so 6 o'clock, the youth and teen hip hop classes, and then 7 o'clock, family line dancing. It was hot, but she had her cooler full of waters, so we were all able to stay hydrated. We left, went and got more water. So that was fun, but that's another reason why, like I said, I'm off camera because I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out here and do this, but I got to make sure that I still do my show, but I may not be able to be on camera because yes, I was out there doing where them fans at, and I don't know, I forgot what else we did, but all of the favorites, I was out there doing it. So that was fun. So Motion on the Square took place, and what I'm gonna put into the video that I'm gonna put out is some behind the scenes of when me, Coach Q, and Teresa, who is a member of the African American Club here in Pasco County, we rode down to Tampa and went to WFLA in Tampa Bay to do a live recording and a live interview. So Coach Q was interviewed. I was there as a backup, learning the dance. You know, it was fun. It was exciting. I didn't pretty much care for the footage for myself, just for me. Everything else was beautiful, turned out really, really well. So that was fun. So all of that, and then a clip of the actual news segment will be on the video that I'll release tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Now this week it's gonna be busy, y'all. This week is super, super busy. Tomorrow, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. This is our first upcoming event. Let me go ahead and get that out there. Our next upcoming event. So, Miss Regina, are you there? Because before I get into what's coming up this
Yes,
week,
I'm
okay,
here.
I don't want to forget anything. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this down real quick because I'm not ready for that. Yes. So another thing I wanted to real quick go over. I don't know if I have my image up yet. see what this is. It may end up popping on the screen and not being what I want it to be. It's coming, it's loading. Let's see here. I don't know, maybe that file is not going to load. Um, okay, well, I guess I'll just talk about it. The summer break spot, Hudson Health Department released today that there will be free meals for children 18 and under. So, what you can do, what I'm going to do is on all of Pasco Connect platforms, I am going to be posting the flyer that they gave out. It's a QR code. And if I can find it, I'll still put it up here. But basically, you screenshot the QR code, put in your zip code, and it'll pull up a place that you can go to for breakfast and then for lunch. I know y'all see these food prices. And I know it's only been a couple of weeks since school let out, but how are your refrigerators? How are your cupboards with the kids? Because I know it's tough. Every 5 minutes they want a snack. So consider your budget and consider getting them over to the. I looked it up for myself because I have a 10-year-old and it's right up the street at the library. I think around 8 o'clock is the breakfast, and then maybe around 11 or so is the lunch. And they did have, it did say on there that they provide some other meals. Let me see what it says. Free meals, children 18 and under, breakfast, lunch, and in some locations, additional meal options. And there's no application required. So I thought that was, some good information to put out there. So now that we got that done, let's go here. Y'all, I told y'all I'm working this out. Bear with me, okay? Please don't hurt me. Okay, Pasco Reads. So Pasco Reads is a section in the magazine that basically I put a few excerpts of books. People can submit, if you're a local author, you can submit your book and we'll take an excerpt out of it and put it into the magazine. There's also spotlight opportunities where we do an interview. Give me 1 second, let me plug this in. We do an interview, and then also we have some poems that are being submitted into the magazine. And in fact, we have our very first entry that came into, I think, the last issue or maybe the issue before the last, Miss Regina Holiday, and she's here to discuss her poem, which is very beautiful, very special. And what ended up happening was, how did we? I know how we met, but how did I learn that you did poetry?
We were out at lunch after me, you, DeAndre was at lunch, and we just got to talking. At
Yeah.
lunch, and
Well, now you gave me a little bit more of the inspiration behind this particular poem. I believe there was a story behind it.
Indeed. Usually, a lot of stuff comes from experiences. So, this poem, I wrote this poem back in 2017, April the 30th of 2017. I don't know if you remember back in the day. It was called Periscope. I don't know if you're familiar with
Oh,
that.
like
You remember
online?
Periscope? Yeah, online. So at that time, I used to go online every morning to listen to this pastor, and at that time, I lived in South Carolina. Of course, I'm in Florida now, but indeed, I hated Florida. Said I didn't even I'll never be living in Florida. All right, I'm in Florida. But that pastor that was on, he lived in Delray Beach, Florida. And I would go on and listen to him every morning during the week before I went to work. And I mean, just his excitement and his zeal for the Lord. I was like, oh, I want to move to Florida and just sit under his teaching. But one particular morning, I was getting dressed, and just like on Facebook Live, you can see people like that come on. Well, he saw my name, never spoke to this pastor at all. So I was getting ready to shut my computer off, and he was like, Regina Holiday, are you here? And I was like, I typed in yes. And then from that, he just ministered to me. This man told me my past. He told me what I was going through, and he told me my future. And I was like, wow, like, oh, okay. And so in my future, he told me about me, writing a book, and that it was going to reach the hearts of people. And I was like, okay. I really, at that time in my life, ain't really never thought about writing a book, back in 2017. But I pondered that in my heart for a week or so. And then one day I got off from work and I was like, Lord, if this so, I'm going to open my mouth and I want you to fill it. And I just started writing, and this poem came out of that less than 15 minutes. This poem came. I was like, I wasn't one to like to stand before people. I was very shy. And so I was like, Lord, if you gave it to me, I will tell it. I will tell it. So I immediately after he gave it to me, because I had to connect, because I'm a woman of my word. I had to call the local little joint spot and say, I'm going to do open mic. Oh gosh, now that was hard. So if I know I committed to it, I have to follow through. So I didn't want any delay, any time, because time go by and I say, I'm going to do it. And I never do it. But so I went ahead and connected with the local open mic, and I shared my poem and got very, very good results from it. So anytime I share it, I get good results.
Right.
Well, that's
Yeah. I do remember when you shared it for the World AIDS Day event we had. It was a brunch, and my boss remarked about it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That was my last time actually sharing it, saying anything. But yeah, I
Yeah.
guess I had it on my shelf probably for about maybe 7 years before I even after I did that talk, because I ended up leaving South Carolina and moving to Florida.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, did you have a little bit of it that you didn't mind sharing?
Sure. It's called it's called Spreading My Wings. All right. So it's based off of relationships. Um, and it's called Spreading My Wings. I'm ready to spread my wings. I've been called to do many things. My number one target is ministering to the brokenhearted, to bring healing, to speak life, to help recover the hurting husband back to his wife. Marriage is a special ceremony, but not many honor such a holy and sacred matrimony. Many argue, cuss, fuss, and fight, so quickly to walk away instead of making things right. Many seek intimacy, respect, and support from another instead of trusting and seeking God with each other. Many compete and tear each other down with words, share too much with friends. Now, that's one of the crazy things I've heard. Many lie, cheat, hurt, and steal, but God knows the truth and only He can reveal. Many made their vows to have, to hold, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and health, to love, to cherish, till death do us part. Then why do we find it so easy to rip families apart? You see, your life is not your own. So don't allow the enemy to destroy what was once a happy home. Push past the hurt, anger, rage, and pain, giving it back to God. Now that's a tremendous gain. God has a good plan for you and for me. His ways are the best ways. Just trust Him and you'll see.
Love it. What they do, they snap. They snap for the poems. Yes, I love it. I love it,
Yes.
love it. And I do. I often, go back to it over this time. I've read back over it. I've just found my eyes going back to it. And yeah, you
So
know,
true.
right. Words are powerful.
Yes.
And sometimes it's moments when you don't think, you know, you don't need something or whatever, and then you run across it and it fills you.
Right. Right.
That's those moments have been like, like that's how I know they're very powerful. I really truly
Glory to
feel
God.
them. Yes. So in the latest issue of Pasco Connect Magazine, you will find the full poem of I'm Ready to Spread My Wings by Regina Holiday. Thank you so much, Regina, for
Thank
coming up.
you.
Yeah, and what do you have going on? You got some things going on coming
Yeah.
up?
Um. Actually, I'll be in South Carolina next week. In fact, I'm a part of a women's group. We meet. We on live. We come on live on Facebook on live Tuesdays. It's called Talk to Talk Tuesdays. Women overcoming winning worldwide, and we got something online every morning, inspirational prayer, spreading the word, just very powerful teachings every morning, from 6:15 till 6:45 ish, and we that's three ladies that's in our group, and we're on there. And on Thursdays I do like a written word, just to get people through the week, whatever I feel like the Lord wants me to do. And then I'm back on Sunday mornings on Facebook Live,
Mhm.
about 15-20 minutes on the morning, sharing the word, and it's called Sunday Morning Scripture and Prayer Scroll. So, but
Okay.
yeah, and in next week, our women's group, we're going to be in South Carolina doing our third conference. Yeah, it's a Wow Movement Legacy Conference. So I'm excited to be going back home to see Mama them.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm so excited for that. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Well, if you're able to get into the YouTube, please drop your link to your Facebook group in the comment section. If you all want to connect with Regina, connect with her powerful prayer group of women. Um, and also, if anybody wants to just say, hey, I really do want to connect with her, you can also email pascoconnect@gmail.com, and I'll make sure she gets your information to connect with you. So, Regina, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I can't wait to begin working with your daughter.
Oh,
And
now that right there is a little powerhouse. That
right,
she writes almost every day, and so deep and so good. And I don't even know if she knows how truly proud I am of her.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
we only had a short conversation, but I just said, you know what? I already know this. I already
Yes.
know your mama, so I already know what this is gonna be. So I'm excited to connect with her. I think we got some time on the books, so we may be gonna get some time on the books for her to be in the next issue of Pasco Connect. So, authors, poets, if you would like your words of inspiration to be in the pages of Pasco Connect Magazine, email pascoconnect@gmail.com. I think I got um, something here. Yes. So, the author spotlight for a full page ad, which will be your book cover with a QR code is 75, and then the author spotlight, which is a two-page excerpt plus the full page ad. Both packages includes a 90-day promo plan and then a live interview. So you can scan the QR code to sign up, and I'm excited about that. And I did go back and I found this. This is the summer break spot site. So You can also scan that QR code, and you should be able to put in your zip code. That's what it will ask you for, and then it will begin to give you a listing of the locations that you can go to that's close to you. So I wanted to go back and make sure that everybody had an opportunity to see that, and you can scan that QR code there. Let's see what else I feel like I forgot. Think that might have been everything that I needed to bring back up from the last segment. So we're going to take just a quick short break. I have another quick message that gives you a little bit more information about the latest issue of Pasco Connect Magazine. Check this out.
Did you know that studies show youth with actively engaged parents are more likely to succeed academically, build stronger self esteem, and avoid risky behaviors? Right now, our young people are facing more pressures, distractions, and challenges than ever before, and parental leadership has never been more important. Hi, my name is Christopher Mahan, and that's why I'm honored to be the latest cover feature of Pasco Connect Magazine. In this issue, we're diving into my book, Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age. This is a real, practical, no excuses approach to parenting. I believe parenting should be approached like coaching, with vision, discipline, consistency, and accountability. Just like in sports, if you don't have a game plan, you can't expect to win. This book is about helping parents take the lead, build stronger relationships with their children, and create structure that produces confidence, character, and success. And that doesn't stop there. The latest issue, Pasco Connect, also highlights the amazing things our youth are doing right here in the community, from leadership and service and creativity and achievement. Our young people are making moves, and their stories deserve to be celebrated. Plus, we're breaking down important educational policies every parent should know about, because staying informed is part of staying involved. Go grab your copy of Pasco Connect Magazine, tap in, and join the conversation, because when parents lead, families grow, and communities win.
So every Thursday, you guys will be live. I know we came live at 9 o'clock tonight. That's because I had a previous commitment, but it will normally be at 7 p.m. We're on YouTube tonight. We were on Facebook last Thursday. We may be on TikTok next week. I don't know. I don't. I'm figuring this thing out, trying to see what's going to work best. I know that I want to talk about what's going on in the community. I want to share the things that are positive, the things that can bring us together. And I also want to highlight community issues and come up with solutions and discuss them. So that's the purpose of the Pasco Connect Magazine Community Talk. I want to let you know that the show usually runs about 2 hours, but you don't have to stay for the entire time. I'll post the video later. You can come back and watch it on the YouTube channel. But while you're here, make sure that you subscribe. Please share this live stream out. We're getting ready to talk about some things that's getting ready to take place in Pasco County, because there is a lot going on. So that's what we're getting ready to get into now. And tomorrow night, City of Newport Richey is hosting their second Boots on the Ground, this year's theme celebrating marching on. I've been working with the committee for a couple of months, and I'm excited. I'm excited. So there was a rehearsal yesterday, and I got to see a few of some of the talent that's coming in. So definitely if you're looking for something to do tomorrow evening, this is a free event, 7 p.m. Although doors open at 6:30, and now let me suggest that you get there at the 6:30 mark, because it's not like the show starts at 7. It's like there'll be some fun starting about 6:30. So you want to be there for that as well. So come on out, Richie Suncoast Theater. That's 6237 Grand Boulevard, Newport Richey, Florida. It's a free event, but it's a theater, so there is limited seating. It's seating at the bottom, then it's seating at the top. I'm trying so hard not to give away too much, but you guys, you should come. You should come. I'm just gonna say that. And likewise, also there may be, and I'll try to put that link out there. There may be, well, there is a clip from WFLA, Tampa Bay News. Larnell Scott, which works on the cultural committee for Newport Richey. She's been working with them, and she's the one who's putting this event together. She put the last year's event together, and so this is the second year that she's worked with the city of Newport Richey to bring a Juneteenth celebration, and the city of Newport Richey is funding this event. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it. This is one of the pictures from yesterday, the rehearsal. I must say that I was really impressed by the talent that's coming in for the show. They're very disciplined young people, and I love to see that. I was like, well, let me go and get my show on, because I'm going to probably be busy doing things. So it was just good to be able to just see them. This group that's on the screen now is a step group, and they were very impressive. These young guys were really disciplined. And what stuck out to me, the guy that's in the black and the guy that's in the gray, he's kind of walking, and then there's a guy in the black standing. These are the coaches, or the head of the group. I don't know what their official titles are. When I tell you, I could barely hear these men speaking to these young guys, but when they spoke, these young men listened, followed directions quickly. You can just tell they were very passionate about their talent and what they're doing. It was amazing. It was really good to see these group of young men coming together for this. So that's exciting. There's also a band that's going to be there. They were on the news, and so I got to hear them. That's my role in it. I'll be working with the band, making sure the band is good tomorrow. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. So like I said, if you are looking for something to do tomorrow evening, bring the family out. The theater is really, really nice, and the staff is really sweet. I came in, got me some coffee. They have a nice concession stand, and got to speaking with one of the young ladies there, and she sent me home with some coffee. I was like, thank you. So they're very sweet, so definitely check that out. But hold on, because we're actually not done celebrating Juneteenth in Pasco County. That is just one of 3 events taking place in Pasco County. On Saturday, June 20th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., the African American Club of Pasco County will be celebrating the Day of Freedom. at the historical Booker T. Washington School. That's at 6105 Pine Hill Road in Port Richey. So come out and enjoy. They're going to be selling dinners. The dinners are part of a fundraiser that goes back to the club to fund events and fund the scholarship. Every year, the African American Club of Pasco gives out scholarship money, funds, cash to students that are graduating from high school to help them with their college expenses. And so I've been working on that committee as well. I'll be there Saturday vending and as well presenting some of the young people with their scholarships. So let me just let you all know that this has been going on for about a decade now. That they've been doing this. They've given out over $100,000 to young people in the community. If you're looking for ways that you can support, you don't have time to always get involved. You work, but hey, you still want to support, you can stop by Saturday, get you a meal, purchase a meal. There'll be some vendors, some activities, fun, the award ceremony. Come out, have you a good time, and know that you've shown support to the community. So definitely check that out. But hold on, because we're not done. We are not done celebrating Juneteenth in Pasco County. Lakuchi. If you're out there in the Lakuchi area, that's more of a rural part of Pasco County. They're also celebrating Juneteenth. That's East Pasco MLK Committee has come together, and they'll be at the Lewis Abraham Boys and Girls Club. So a lot of organizations have come together for that. That's Saturday, June 20th. So if you don't know, Pasco is one county with several cities in it. So oftentimes you'll hear people say, "Oh, I would love to come to that event, but it's all the way over there in that other city way over there." So sometimes people miss out on things, but okay, Miss Regina left her link. Thank you, Miss Regina. I see your link in here for Women Overcoming Women Worldwide Facebook Live. I think it's in the private chat though, but that's okay. I'll make sure to get it and put it out there. Y'all stay tuned for that.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
no problem. I happen to look over like, what's this? I don't know what's going on in here, but I'm figuring it out. So you guys, there are a lot of events happening this week that you can go out and celebrate Juneteenth. So I'm excited about all of the festivities. I'll probably make at least 2 of the 3 events. Can't commit to all 3, but I'll try to make at least 2 of the 3 that's going on. So give me 1 second here. We moving right along because there are some more things taking place here in Pasco County, y'all. My little calendar has been filled to the brim. Man, Pasco is picking up every time I turn around. There is something going on. I'm like, Lord. So one other thing that's taking place, I hope that I have it in here. It doesn't look like I do just yet. Let's see. What is this? Let me check this out, you guys. I don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully it's my image I need. Is that going to come up? It's not. Okay. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to pull this one up then. I'm going a little bit out of order, but that's okay. So the Pasco County Democratic Black Caucus is hosting a Meet the Authors fundraiser. That's going to be June 27th, 2026 from 1 to 3 at the Heron Cove Clubhouse, 1944, Heron Cove Drive in Lutz. That's in Lutz. There's a $5 donation at the door. There's a QR code there you can scan to RSVP. And so Michelle Maynor will be there. She's an author of devotional books for children, Christmas and Easter stories. So she'll be there presenting and speaking about her book and having books there and available. And also, you see this other person on the screen. There's my name, says Candace Smith. I don't know who that is on the picture, but I, Candace Smith, will be there. And I'll be bringing my books and I'll be talking about them. So I'm excited about that. Come out, support the Pasco County Democratic Black Caucus. Meet the Authors event on June 27th, 2026 from 1 to 3 p.m. So I'm excited about that. And the Pasco County Democratic Black Caucus is a club that organizes and continues to inform the community on what's going on politically in the politics of Pasco. So if you're someone who wants to stay in the know and wants to know when is the time to vote and who should we be voting for, this is the club you want to be a part of. They meet monthly and host events to continue to bring the community into awareness of what's going on. So you definitely want to check that out. I have one more thing to play. And in fact, I'm actually going to replay the commercial from earlier today while I find this last flyer that I got to discuss with you all. And then we'll be moving on to the next part.
Mean to be a father? Is it simply providing for your family, making sure the bills are paid, keeping a roof over your children's heads? Those things matter, but fatherhood is about so much more. Children are looking for guidance. They are looking for consistency. They are looking for wisdom. They are looking for someone who will help them navigate life, relationships, challenges, and an increasingly digital world. That's why fathers everywhere should read Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age by author and parenting advocate Christopher Mahan. Christopher Mahan is the latest cover feature of Pasco Connect Magazine, where he shares powerful insights on intentional parenting, leadership, and building stronger relationships with our children. In a time when so many parents are searching for answers, this book provides practical tools that can help fathers become more effective leaders in their homes. Parental Leadership encourages parents to move beyond simply managing behavior and instead focusing on leading with purpose, communication, consistency, and vision. A leader listens. A leader teaches. A leader guides. A leader creates an environment where children feel safe, valued, and heard. For fathers raising sons, this book offers strategies for developing responsibility, confidence, character, and leadership skills. For fathers raising daughters, it highlights the importance of trust, communication, support, and helping young women understand their value and worth. One of the most powerful messages in this book is that leadership begins with relationship. When children feel heard, they become more open. When children feel understood, they develop trust. When children experience consistency, they gain confidence and security. Christopher Mahan reminds us that parenting is not simply about correcting mistakes. It's about developing future leaders. Whether you're a father, grandfather, stepfather, mentor, coach, or positive male role model, the lessons in this book can help strengthen your influence and create a lasting impact on the next generation. And if you want to learn more about Christopher Mahan and his parenting philosophy, be sure to pick up the latest issue of Pasco Connect Magazine featuring him on the cover. Purchase a print copy to add to your personal library or download a digital copy to read on the go. Inside, you'll find valuable parenting insights.
I don't know what happened. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot that when I add something, it's gonna do that. Man, I apologize that it did that. Nevertheless, the next thing that I was gonna speak about is that I will be at the Pasco Recovery Roundtable um, Monday the 29th at 1 p.m. The Recovery Roundtable is an important coalition that's taking place in Pasco County. A lot of organizations are beginning to see how it's important to all work together. And we're better for the community when we come together and see how we can help people, recover or whatever we're doing. So the recovery community has come together. They host a roundtable every month just to see how they can better serve people that are living in recovery from alcohol, from drugs. And so I'll be speaking there, presenting for MACA, which is the organization I work for. We provide HIV resources to the community and HIV care. We're out in Hudson. And so, hey, if you need a test, if you would like to be tested this month, is National HIV Testing Month. And there is a day that we celebrate that, which is June 27th. So, speaking of which, see here, June 24th, that's next Wednesday. You can come out and have lunch with us at Harm Reduction Anonymous. We're partnering with them, their recovery agency. And so we'll be giving out some kits. And basically, we've invited organizations to come out. If you would like to host your own testing day, we're going to work with you to be able to do that for June 27th. So we'll be having a lunch and learn, basically like a presentation so that you can learn, about the resources that we have and the different types of tests that can be taken. And then you can go back and make sure that the people you work with and people that come in and out of your clinics or organizations have information and resources on how to get tested. So that's next Wednesday. That's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The cost is free. Um, it's at 11840 US Highway 19 North, Port Richey, Florida 34668. If you would like more information or the RSVP link, please email me at pascoconnect@gmail.com. So I know that was a lot, but it's a lot going on even the rest of this month. So if you have events that you would like for us to discuss on Pasco Connect, you can always email or you can inbox. Make sure that I have the flyer and all of the important information. Of course, send it in enough time so that people can be aware of it and then they can know what to do. So, all right, you guys, we are moving right along. We're moving right along. I want to let you know for this last thing about the back to school. I know y'all not trying to hear about back to school. It's like school just let out. But in Hudson, which is another city in Pasco County, next Saturday, July 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., at the Hudson High School in the gym. There'll be a back to school health and wellness event. And I'm basically telling you about this now for the purpose of vending. Now is the time if you're a vendor, if you're an organization and you're looking to vend, this is the time to sign up for that. So I want to put that out there a little early so that people can begin to do that. I really enjoy working with the Hudson Community Health and Resource Center, because when you vend with them, they make sure that at least 99.99% of everybody that walks through the door sees your table. And if you vend, if you're a vendor and you're looking to get, your book, product, or you have some type of service to offer to the community, and you're a vendor, you know how it is at some events where it's like, wow, I didn't even get to see as many people that came in here. But they're usually really good about that. So definitely, if you would like more information, there was a QR code on the screen, but you can always email me and I'll make sure that you get whatever information that you need. So we're getting ready to go into the second portion of the show, which is more of like the civics conversation. Last week, I kind of went into the state representative for this area of Pasco County, which is Brad Yeager. But one of the last posts that Pasco Connect put out there on the blog was about the property taxes. So in Florida, basically, Governor Ron DeSantis has decided that he's going to lower the property taxes, and a lot of people are happy. I think, for years, we would hear, politicians campaign on lowering taxes. And now it's here. We have Governor Ron DeSantis who says, okay, yeah, we're going to lower the taxes. But you guys, we have our very own, what is he? He's the, where you go and get your title and stuff. Hold on one second. I want to download this really quick so I can put this up on the screen and you'll be able to see it, because when I posted it, I guess it caused quite a stir. A lot of people discussing it in one of the Pasco groups. So a lot of people do have something to say. They have input. So I do wonder I guess it's going to be on the ballot and people are going to be able to vote. And there's a lot of people that's for it. However, there are some people who say, no, we're not with this. So give me 1 second. Let me pull this up really quick. So this was one of the latest blog posts that went out for Pasco Connect. And you can find our blog at pascoconnect.blogspot.com. And Florida's property tax debate: relief for homeowners or risk to locals. So that was the title of it. And let me share this with you really quick. So I put this quote out. Basically, the governor's proposal, known as Save Our Homes from Excessive Property Taxes, was designed as a first step towards potentially eliminating property taxes on homestead properties in the future. So it sounds good and everything. I do recall earlier this year there was a legislative session that took place in Pasco County. Was at the Pasco Hernando College. and Mike Fasano. That's his name. He's one of, I don't know if I've even seen a lot of other people speaking out against what Governor Ron DeSantis wants to do. But Pasco County's tax collector is speaking out. He's not for it. And I do recall at that legislative session, he was speaking out about it. He had all of the numbers, and we have a clip of that on our YouTube channel if you want to find that video. But basically, he had all of the numbers and was saying if property taxes are lowered, then it will affect the many organizations that we use throughout the city. So the tax collector, what I learned is like the tax collector and other organizations that we use, and the government just kind of like partners with them, in a way. He was basically saying that will take away from them being able to properly run the city. Okay. So property taxes have become one of the most discussed issues in Florida politics, with supporters arguing that homeowners deserve significant tax relief and opponents warning that local governments could face difficult financial decisions if revenues decline. In June 2026, Florida lawmakers approved a proposed constitutional amendment that would significantly increase the state's homestead exemption and place the measure before voters in the November 2026 general election. If approved by at least 60% of voters, the proposal would gradually increase the homestead exemption from the current $50,000 to $150,000 in 2027, and then $250,000 in 2028 for non-school property taxes. Supporters describe the measure as a historic opportunity to reduce the financial burden on homeowners, while critics warn it could create challenges for local governments that rely on property tax revenue to provide services. So, my question is, do you all know about this? First of all, have you heard about this? Have you heard about this proposal from our governor here in Florida, Ron DeSantis? Secondly, how do you feel? Do you feel like it will have an impact on you? Do you feel like that impact would be positive, or do you feel like that impact would be negative? I would love to know what your thoughts are. I am a homeowner, and I am trying to get an understanding of, how this is all going to play out. Because for me, sometimes I really do feel like there are things being done for the well-being of the community, and then other times I don't. So when I posted this, let me change this really quick. 1 second. One second. Let me add this. So this was Fasano's response, which was really harsh. He was really matter of fact. Like, people are going to get hurt. People are going to lose their jobs. Services will be discontinued. And now, he was not the only one to speak out at this legislative session. The entire session, it took place a couple of months ago, where what I realized was that every organization or agency that teams up with the government in service of the community basically got up to speak before our county commissioners and let them know how this property tax decrease will impact how they run what they're doing to service the community. So, one response under this says, "This isn't true. Wasteful spending needs to be cut. Think of the concept of a rollback, whether you have a rollback of the mileage rates or increase the homestead exemption that keeps up with inflation and growth. We need some of our own audits. I really like to see the numbers of how much it costs to run every fire station and see if those areas are sustaining those fire stations. Because if you step back and look at it, we're paying for the new fire stations for the new growth. We're paying $800 for every new house. It's being built because impact fees need to be adjusted." So that was a comment somebody left in response to this particular post I put out. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to go back to this other one. Okay. Trying to see which one it was that actually got. Oh, so it was Governor Ron DeSantis's post in Pasco chat community on Facebook. And Governor DeSantis initially proposed creating a state trust fund that could help local governments offset some of the lost property tax revenue. However, lawmakers ultimately removed that concept from the final proposal that will appear before voters. So that was from the Florida governor's office. Fasano has questioned whether such a fund could realistically replace the amount of money local governments would lose. Here's a quote that he said: "There is no way they could put enough money in that reserve to recoup the losses at the county level and city levels." So I just found it interesting to me because I did see when this news broke, I did see some responses. I did not see a lot of city officials and other counties speaking out the way Pasco County Mike Fasano spoke out. So I did think that was interesting. A lot of people had a lot to say, even outside of Pasco County. Some people were in agreement with him and some were not. So somebody said, "We know it's going to be offset with higher sales taxes. Nothing is free." Someone says, "So it's really not for every retired person like they painted it to be. Tax exemptions for property over an acre or whatever homestead is described to be. Most, if not the 90% of retired homes are not homestead homes. So this does not fix anything at all. It's a ridiculous goal that will not help the majority of retirees. So go back and work on something else." Oh, darn. "This is a waste of everyone's energy and time." Okay, I didn't know they was going to go off like that. But that's what he had to say, okay? So somebody responded to him, said, "What's stopping the people from filing their home as a homestead, reaping the benefits if they lived in it for more than a year? They have the ability to." So somebody put the homestead requirement, they put a screenshot. "To qualify for the Florida homestead exemption, you must hold the legal or equitable title to the property. be a Florida resident, and occupy the home as your permanent primary residence as of January 1st of the tax year. Mm. So, so this person, somebody else responded, says, so homestead doesn't go land. It's if you are one, a Florida resident, two, if it's your primary house, and for the retirees who live in Florida, it, it will benefit. Not, excuse me one second. Not the snowbird. They have enough money to pay for it. This is for Florida residents and people who retire in Florida. So y'all, I can't even go through all of these comments. Somebody said, stop building and development. That was their whole comment. Somebody else said, these elected officials have been wasting billions of taxpayers' money over the years. It's about time we get to keep our hard-earned money. It's the valuations that need to be questioned. They rather remove it than admit that the problem is doubling home value and taxing people on the amount rather than what they pay for the house. So that was an interesting point. So you guys, what do you think? What do you think? Does this affect you? Does this impact you? And if so, in what way? Let's see here. Give me 1 second. So somebody did drop down and Miss Diane Grady 994. Sorry, I had to pull up my phone. She said yes. Tampa's Mayor Jane Castor said the same thing. Also, the proposal, new residents will have to wait 5 years to benefit from it. So that's interesting too. So I'm gonna check out what Tampa's mayor said. Diane, I'm gonna check out Jane Castor's remarks on this because I would love to see what she had to say. So basically, you're saying what Governor Ron DeSantis is proposing, new residents will have to wait 5 years to even benefit from that. Well, we got a lot of new residents here in Pasco. We got a lot of new residents here in Florida, period. There's been a great influx, of people. So, what? Okay, so I got more information from Miss Regina. I'll definitely make sure to post for you guys. So what I'm basically gonna do, I am gonna do a response to this article because it brought a lot of conversations. I have more questions to get answered. So I'm gonna dig a little deeper and I'll be putting out some more. And then there's been some updates, so I'll put that out as well. I want to thank everybody that came in to join the live tonight. We're going to leave a little early this evening. Normally the show is about 2 hours. But I want you to join me next Thursday. We'll be here. We'll be here at 7. I don't want to stay too late. If we stay the full 2 hours, it'll be 11 before we end. And I started late this evening. I got a busy day tomorrow. I still got to work. I'll be at the Boots on the Ground. Got to be there early. Get ready to work with the band that'll be there. Then I'll be back up Saturday morning for Juneteenth event at the African American Club on Saturday. So I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be tired. I may be hot because it's been hot out here. But thank you all for joining in to the live. Next time, come in and say hello. Don't be shy. Let me know that you're here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you know of any local events in Pasco County that's coming up, I would love to share them here. Please share this video out to your friends and family that live in the community. We're going to be having more talks and discussions. If you have something that you say, hey, this is going on, bring it to the table. Let's talk about it. And then as well, thank you, Miss Regina Holiday, for coming in, sharing your poem. Her poem, you can find it in the pages of Pasco Connect Magazine. It's also posted. She recorded it, so it's posted on our YouTube as well. I'll share that out this week, so you can check that out on Facebook. Pasco Connect Magazine. Thank you, Joe Brown. Said excellent work. Thank you. I appreciate it. Next week, you got to come up. Maybe we'll talk about the event we're going to be doing together with MACA, and then as well talk about Harm Reduction Anonymous. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay, so I want to make sure I run over everything before I leave out of here. I think that's everything, but I want to again tell Miss Regina, thank you for stopping by. She put some information in here I want to go over. You want to say something real quick?
Yeah, excuse me. I just wanted to say thank you for the invite. It was my pleasure to come on and have the opportunity to share. So thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Thank
all,
you.
all of what you're doing in the community, it's like really, really awesome. So, good job to you as well. I salute you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I truly do. I said I'm gonna get out here afraid. I'm gonna get out here, even if things are not perfect. And I'm just gonna build it up. And I'm just going to keep connecting with people. I do meet some beautiful people in the community, and I want to share it. I just want to be able to share it. So stay tuned. I have a lot of behind the scenes of the things that we've been doing this week. I'll be sharing that. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to put this last commercial in here to go out on. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Did you know that studies show youth with actively engaged parents are more likely to succeed academically, build stronger self esteem, and avoid risky behaviors? Right now, our young people are facing more pressures, distractions, and challenges than ever before, and parental leadership has never been more important. Hi, my name is Christopher Mahan, and that's why I'm honored to be the latest cover feature of Pasco Connect Magazine. In this issue, we're diving into my book, Parental Leadership: 7 Principles to Lead Your Teen in the Digital Age. This is a real, practical, no excuses approach to parenting. I believe parenting should be approached like coaching, with vision, discipline, consistency, and accountability. Just like in sports, if you don't have a game plan, you can't expect to win. This book is about helping parents take the lead, build stronger relationships with their children, and create structure that produces confidence, character, and success. And that doesn't stop there. The latest issue, Pasco Connect, also highlights the amazing things our youth are doing right here in the community, from leadership and service and creativity and achievement. Our young people are making moves, and their stories deserve to be celebrated. Plus, we're breaking down important educational policies every parent should know about, because staying informed is part of staying involved. Go grab your copy of Pasco Connect Magazine, tap in, and join the conversation, because when parents lead, families grow and communities win.